Good evening and welcome to the part of the daily report every Thursday that we like to call The Insight. And on Insight tonight, we want to give you insight into something very different and something very, very cool, if I do say so myself. And to help me break this down, I have two people in studio. The first is Simon Adem. He is the chair of the Deaf Artists Culture Association of Kenya. And to help both of us do this a little bit better, we have Catherine Simaloy, who's of course our sign language presenter or interpreter, who's in the studio as well. So good people of Kenya, join me to welcome Simon Adem. Karibu sana. Hello, how are you doing? Hello, how are you? Good to see you.
Thank you so much.
Fantastic, fantastic. Thank you for joining us. It's a great pleasure to have you in our studios tonight.
Thank you so much.
Fabulous. Now, let's start by talking to Kenyans about what you do. In brief, what does the organization do?
Thank you for that question. Like I said, my name is Simon Adem. I am the CEO, Daka, Deaf Artist Culture Association. The main thing that we do with the organization is to advocate and also to showcase on deaf film, dancing, modeling, culture, and everything else around the deaf people. So I'm also a student.
Oh, great.
I'm still studying.
What do you study?
Taking hostess, sorry.
Oh, great, great. So tell me something. In your work and in, advocating for these spaces that you do, the arts and culture and film and music and so on, what challenges have you encountered?
There are a number of challenges, especially in our country now. The first thing that I will say is access to the information. As artists, we normally get the information quite late, and probably for when it comes to government programs about fundings and everything else, we get the information very late. That's the challenge. And another challenge is as deaf youth, it's very hard for us to get opportunities out there because, number one, we don't have funds. And another challenge, as deaf youths, once they complete their secondary school, for them to advance on the skills, probably like become an editor or what, it's also a challenge, or maybe to improve on their talents and help them, it's also a problem because they can't get the tuition fees. So they try and focus on other casual things that they can do and forget about the talent. So that's a big challenge also.
I see. So, a lot of what you do is related to the media, the arts and culture, the dance, the film, the music. This is all connected to the media industry. From where you sit, how would you say the media industry is doing in terms of inclusivity and opening up doors and spaces for you and the people in your association to be able to do that which you have a passion for?
Thank you for the question. Many media houses, I can say that they have actually been able to help the deaf people because most of us, we are interested in the area of the media, and they have been able to get an opportunity actually to interact with the hearing people so that it can be mainstreamed. And that is the way that we can actually be able to encourage access to information, also having sign language interpreters also. This will help their inclusion because there will be communication flow between the hearing society and the deaf fraternity. And this will help us to sort the gap that it is there. So it is good that the media houses also to continue creating more opportunities for the deaf people, especially those who have skills in editing and doing others, and probably also provide an employment.
Right, right. And from where you sit, again, what would you like to see happening in the media industry? I know you've said a few things. Tell us a little bit more about what you'd like to see. For example, picture this. You're sitting at home or in your office or wherever you are, and you switch on Kenyan television, the mainstream TV. What do you want to see there that will make you feel included?
From what I would like to see is a sign language interpreter, what we're having actually, but having an interpreter who is able to interpret all the programs that are being showcased, or the programs that are there, so that the deaf people also, like me, can be able to get to know what is happening and be able to understand on everything that is on TV actually. And also, most of the family members will be able to feel included, because some of them are so interested in sports, politics, a lot of things that are happening across the country and the world, and the deaf people really miss a lot from this. So if media house would be easier for them to at least include some activities that have the interpreters, or probably special programs that need an interpreters to be interpreted so they can be able to watch on TV. Once they see that, then they will just see that everybody cares and it will be easy for them to access information.
Right. Thank you. And so, as a member of the Kenyan society, this week particularly, a lot of people are concerned about security. We've just had 10 years of commemorating the Westgate attack. There's Kenyans across the country that are experiencing bandit attacks, terror attacks, and a few other things. What's your take on security? Do you feel well protected in this country?
Thank you for the question. I understand on security and the attacks that has been happening on the issues, and especially people with disability, what they are facing. There are many, many, many areas that the police are able to report as risk areas. But let me talk about the deaf person. How do we get to know that these risk areas? How are we able to know that wherever we are moving, there is enough security? If the only thing they're doing is to announce this on TV stations and be able to maybe send text and spread this information, but how fast is the information getting to us? You know, you see, for the hearing people, they will get it very fast, but how about the deaf person? We are actually left without being informed, or probably getting this information later. So on security issue, I think it is not fair. If it can be advanced in a way that we can be able to get information, that would be easier. So me as a deaf person, when I'm meeting with a hearing person, probably there is an attack happening. That information, how will I get it? It is, there will be a communication barrier, because I cannot communicate with this person who is trying to inform me about something. But having maybe an officer or a government officer who is responsible to make sure that every person in the country, especially people with disability, access information that will be comfortable with all of us. Make sure it is announced everywhere and everyone is able to know.
Oh yeah, that's a brilliant idea. That's a brilliant idea. And also recently, the last few weeks, we've had recruitments to the Kenya Defence Forces. There will be recruitments to the Kenya Police Service and all these other security organs. Would you like to see a representation of deaf people in these particular areas?
For the longest time, we have seen employment for other people, but no deaf person who have been employed as a security officer. On this one, they should be able that they include and make a decision that will be able to have deaf people being stationed somewhere so that they can be able to make a decision. And this goes to the policy makers. They should be having a deaf person in the panels who will be able to help them to provide information and explain to them how specifically a deaf person can be able to work as a security officer. Maybe when they look at a deaf person, they wonder how will this person be able to communicate with other people, and that is where you see most of the people actually who run for such jobs are the hearing people. So if that is done, then this will really help. And also they should be able to brainstorm on how they're going to make sure that it will become an inclusive, because when they are making the policy on something, probably something different about communication, talking about employment, and other simple things, they must also make sure that not to actually force on things, but be careful and provide to them.
Mm. Oh yeah, those are amazing ideas. And I do hope those who are listening to us actually taking note of these wonderful ideas that we're receiving this evening. Let's take a short break. We'll be right back with more with my dear friend Simon here after the break. Welcome back to the Daily Report, and specifically on Insight tonight. I have, of course, Mr. Simon Adem. Simon is the chair of a very, very powerful association, and I want him to talk to us a little bit about this. Simon, your association primarily deals with the arts, film, culture, dance, and music to a large degree. If somebody wants to consume this media, consume your performances, to see them, to participate, how do they do that?
Thank you so much for the question. In our organization, we're very open. We welcome everybody. We actually welcome all ideas, innovations from the hearing people, from the hard of hearing. We work together, and we actually like to see your area of interest. We actually make sure we develop and enhance a deaf person's talent. We pick different people who are skilled in different categories, and probably your area of interest is digital. We try as much as we can to enhance it. We do not like separating the hearing and the deaf people, so you all can join us and be able to get to learn what we do, and you will learn more.
Oh, great, great. Is there a website? Where's your offices if people want to come and visit and see what you're up to?
Welcome. Everyone who is interested, we are on all social medias, on Instagram, Twitter, and also Facebook. We can communicate. It's Daka, Kenya, so we also can communicate with me when you want to meet me, and we can meet in town.
Oh, great. So that is DACAC, that is the Deaf Artist Culture Association of Kenya, DACAK, DACAC, Deaf Artist Culture Association of Kenya. And it's the same on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, all of the social media. It's the same?
Yes.
Oh, brilliant, brilliant. Now, I want to pick your brain on something. I want you to talk to me about the Kenya you'd like to see. So imagine tomorrow, this is, of course, we're imagining, Simon Adem is a president of the Republic of Kenya. You have 1 week. What are you doing in that 1 week, and why? Take your time.
if I become the president for 1 week, the first agenda that I will focus on is to make sure that I actually check on the challenges that are affecting people and then look for solution. The second place will be sports, culture, and work. How possibly can we make we can make Kenya be more inclusive, and also because you understand that most of the youth are unemployed, so we'll actually focus on education. What do we need to reduce from the education? How can we get a quality education? How can we create opportunities for those who are finishing up in schools? And also, how can we fund people who are unable to pay for their school fees? And also, we'll try and improve on the area. Let's talk about sports. We have a group for people for disability, and also we have a group for hearing people. I will make sure that when they want to do practices, they are able to access the practices area. Also, they are able to be marketed to be international material. Also, if we have some people who are lagging behind, we try as much as we can that they are all on equal phase. Also, we'll make sure that we provide enough security for everybody. Make sure that I also make everyone else, make everything accessible in the country and achieve everything that everyone wants to.
Wow, that's a great thing. I think, Simon, you actually are a politician here, because the things you're saying sound very, very, very suspiciously like campaign promises. Hmm? Do you have plans to get into politics at some point?
I have never been a politician, but I'm a member of a political party, so I'm very active when we talk about politics in the country. I know sometimes you have to lie as a politician, but politics are nice music, so you have to make sure that you explore all the areas and try once, maybe probably you get into the office and change on some few things and make sure that everyone is you are able to accommodate everyone. So if you win, the promises you made, with the few budget that you have, make sure you solve the problem and reduce all the issues that you might be having. So that is how it happens. So I understand politics.
Right. I see. Tell me something. Right now, the country is going through a political conversation. The Azimio and the Kenya Kwanza are having a conversation around, a deal that would create some peace and some, tranquility in the country. Do you feel that members of your association and the greater group of Kenyans living with disability are well represented in those conversations? And what would you like to see different?
My honest opinion, the government that is in administration right now, on the area of disability, what Kenya Kwanza government promised to us, they have improved on inclusion a little bit. What is really happening is that implementation is lagging. They actually made a lot of promises and they said what they will actually they would do for us. So on accessibility and employment for people with disability, we are seeing that they have not been achieved. They have not fulfilled. So from those who are from the school, the teachers who are teaching on how to solve the problems, I think the government on inclusion issues, and also from the opposition party, there are few things that they need actually to present so that they can make sure that we are included publicly.
Right. Now, Simon, we have come to the end of our interview, but I'd like to give you an opportunity. I want you to talk to Kenyans. Speak a message to Kenyans from your heart. This is your chance. Go ahead.
First thing that I would like to say, as my organization, Daka, we are planning an event on Saturday, that is 23rd September, in the University of Nairobi. And this will be Mr. and Miss Deaf Kenya. They will be showcasing their talents, and then they will be able to go and compete internationally. So first of all, I'd like to welcome everyone else. Please join us. And if you get this information, share out with everyone else. The other thing that I would like to tell Kenyans is support the government in place right now. Let us wait and see the development area, if it will be successful. And also, I would like to ask the president to listen to what Kenyans are saying, what they are asking you. They will definitely support you. I would like also to ask them to support the KSL bill that has been, the MOU has been presented. And I would like the president to support. Also, when the bill probably goes to the parliament, ask all the members of parliament to support that and make sure that we have an inclusive country. Wow,
that's brilliant. Thank you so much. Thank you. And I'm speaking to all the people that are watching us this evening. All the members of parliament, you've heard Simon. The president watches TV 47, the home of untold stories, because this is where he gets the untold stories. The president watches. And so, Mr. President, Simon here has made an appeal, and I hope you've listened. And to all the people that have chosen to join us this evening for their information and for this insight, we wish to thank you for choosing the home of untold stories, TV 47, for your news and your insight tonight. My name is Victor Muyakane. And tonight we had Simon Adem, the chairperson of DACAC, the Deaf Arts Culture Association of Kenya.